Hi, I'm going to let you into a little dog grooming secret. But first of all, I want to show you something and tell you about something. I know life can get in the way, and I know some dogs don't like being groomed, but there are techniques that we can use to get over that and round it. And I would suggest that most groomers will be happy to tell you how to do it. This today, we've taken off a spaniel that hasn't been to a groomer's in 12 months, and this is the second one I've done in just under a week. And you can see that that coat there is quite knotted and matted. We've taken the clippers underneath here, and this was on his ears. And look, I've got matching pair from the other side. So this can get quite uncomfortable for the dog, and what can happen is when these get wet and they're holding it against the skin, it can lead to skin irritation and infections, etc. But it also causes problems with circulation, where the skin's pulled tight and it can stop blood flowing around properly, which is uncomfortable for your dog. Now, I've got no problem with people trying to save some pennies and trying to look after the dogs themselves. And in fact, I'm more than happy to show people how to do that. And we have customers that come and do it. What gets a bit frustrating, I've actually had a couple of phone calls today whose dogs haven't been to groomers for 6 months, and it happens every year coming up to Christmas, where people want them looking nice round about Christmas time, so they'll come and get it. Now, some people will put their hands up as to what's happened, life's got in the way, haven't got an issue with that, and I'll bend over backwards to help you. What does also happen is we start getting the people that ring up and say, my dog hasn't been to the groomers for 6 months, and last time I took them, they were scalped and I didn't like what they did. Now, here's the thing. We're not in competition with a lot of groomers. We actually speak amongst ourselves, and we chat, we meet each other at events, and we get to know people's work standards, work ethics, etc. Now, the majority of dog groomers will not want a dog to go out of their door without being able to show their skills, but ultimately the dog's welfare is always going to come first. And a dog groomer is not going to shave a dog off unless it's absolutely necessary, or there are reasons behind it, or lifestyle, etc., etc. So be aware of that when you ring round groomers asking them for the quote, because if you are rude about somebody that I know, and I know the way they work, I appreciate the two sides to a story, but chances are I'm not going to be dealing with you either. So I shall leave that one with you, but if you're thinking about read about my mates, don't. But if you want help looking after your dog, feel free to give me a ring and I'll show you how to look after them and give you some hints and tips. Because at the end of the day, the dogs are what are important.